The Crucible of Reason and Revolution. Art in the 18th century. The 18th century is a pivotal era in art history, a period defined by a dynamic interplay between reason and emotion, elegance and social critique, culminating in the explosive force of revolution. The century's artistic output is not a monolithic entity, but rather a complex tapestry woven from threads of contrasting styles, philosophical shifts, and socio-political upheaval. The journey from the delicate excesses of Rococo to the austere pronouncements of neoclassicism encapsulates this transformative period. The early decades were dominated by Rococo. Originating in France as a reaction against the grandeur of Baroque, Rococo embraced lightness, intimacy, and the celebration of aristocratic leisure. Artists such as François Boucher and Jean-Honoré Fragonard populated their canvases with graceful figures engaged in playful dalliances and idyllic scenes, all rendered in a palette of soft pastels and flowing, curved lines. Ornamentation was abundant, often bordering on the whimsical. Rococo art was not intended as profound social commentary, but rather a visual expression of the refined pleasures of the court and upper classes. Subject matter has been often lighthearted, emphasizing romance, playful mythology, and decorative beauty. This was art that served as a mirror to the opulent lifestyle of the elite, creating a visual world of fantasy and escapism. However, the frivolous nature of Rococo contained the seeds of its own demise. As the century progressed, a growing intellectual movement, fueled by the Enlightenment, began to question the excesses and perceived superficiality of the aristocracy. Reason, logic, and empirical observation became the guiding principles, and the art world reflected this shift. The philosophical writings of figures such as John Locke, Voltaire, and Rousseau emphasized human reason and the importance of a virtuous society. This intellectual climate helped pave the way for the neoclassical movement. Neoclassicism, which emerged in the second half of the century, represented a deliberate rejection of the perceived excesses of the Rococo. Inspired by the archaeological discoveries of Pompeii and Herculaneum, as well as a renewed interest in classical philosophy, the movement sought to revive the order, simplicity, and moral seriousness of ancient Greek and Roman art. Artists such as Jacques-Louis David, Anton Raphael Mengs, and Johann Joachim Winckelmann championed clarity of composition, strong linear forms, and a subdued color palette. Subjects moved away from the frivolous to focus on narratives of heroic virtue, civic duty, and historical events. Neoclassicism was not just a revival of artistic styles, it was a visual manifestation of the Enlightenment ideals of reason, order, and morality. Beyond stylistic change, the 18th century also witnessed a significant diversification of artistic genres. Portraiture, driven by the growing importance of individual identity, flourished through the works of artists such as Gainsborough, Reynolds, and Vigée Lebrun. These artists captured the likeness of their subjects, revealing not only their physical appearance but also their social position and character. At the same time, landscape painting gained prominence as an objective study of nature and a space for sentimental expression, reflecting the growing romantic sensibility. Artists such as Claude Joseph Vernet and Thomas Gainsborough explored the diverse moods and beauty of the natural world. Furthermore, the invention of the printing press made satire a powerful medium of social criticism, and artists such as William Hogarth used engraving to comment on the morality and mores of the day. The political cataclysm of the French Revolution irrevocably changed the artistic landscape. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, which formed the basis of the revolution, found powerful expression in neoclassical art. David, a fervent supporter of the revolution, used his art to create powerful propaganda, glorifying revolutionary heroes and events, most notably in paintings such as The Oath of the Horatii and The Death of Marat. Art became a tool of political engagement, used to inspire revolutionary fervor and shape public opinion. The influence of the revolution reached beyond France, spreading its ideals, which found further aesthetic expression. The shift brought about a profound change in the relationship between artists, their patrons, and the public. In conclusion, 18th century art is a testament to the dynamism and complexity of the age. From the playful elegance of Rococo to the moral pronouncements of Neoclassicism, this was a period of profound artistic evolution. It was an era in which art reflected the intellectual, social, and political transformations of the time, serving not only as a source of aesthetic pleasure, but also as a powerful agent of social commentary and profound change. It is a century that laid the groundwork for later artistic movements, making it a crucial and fascinating chapter in the history of art.